technically equipped third-party evaluator. What would you say to
Yes,
that,
yes.
Mr. Speaker?
I think we would agree, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, with due respect to our colleague, the gentleman from Caloocan, as what I've said earlier, as a former secretary of the Department of Public Works and Highways, and perhaps I will be the most senior member of the House as a 8th-termer congressman. This is not the time for things that would even bother or sway the focus of our department. This is the time to be sober, time to be calm, serene, and what we are doing now is we are now in the right direction. Go into the process where we can support our government. We can hopefully provide recommendations and reforms that will ultimately give some solutions to this problem. No? So, if there are any insinuations regarding the situation of our good secretary, where there are sectors that say that secretary has to go on a leave of absence, this humble representation will oppose and ask Congress that we will defend, we will let the secretary do, and he is as what he is doing now. He is already doing something to alleviate this flood problem. So I really object and reject any insinuation at this point in time to make changes in our department. Instead, this is the time where we have to support our fellow public officials. We have to rally behind this administration, this government. This is what is needed now. Unity. This is what we want our people to also support the clean and green program of our government. It is not only the public officials, the barangay captains, or Congress or the department. We should not leave this problem alone to them. We have to ask our people, please support us. Be disciplined enough not to throw your waste anywhere, because this has already been causing us a lot of problems, and our economy is suffering. So much damage has already been done. So, for the sake of our country, let us rally behind and support our Secretary Manuel Bunuan, and this is staff, to continue what you are doing now. You have been doing, and continue until there will be an alleviation to this problem. So, again, let us support Secretary Bunuan. Let us object, or we will have to support his continuance in office as our secretary. I can vouch for his integrity and his technical capability. He's an experienced public servant who has been there, and he is doing right for us. He is very humble and has the integrity and technical capability. So we will never regret our stand, my dear colleague. Let us support Secretary Manuel Buro.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Chairman, please.
Mr. Chairman, I think the purpose of this meeting is for the Department of Public Works and Highways to give briefing to us. Now they have already given their briefing. I would like to suggest, Mr. Chairman, that we will require the Department of Public Works and Highways to submit to us the listing of all projects being implemented by the department in 3 years period. So all the flood control program that were implemented in 3 years period as required by the President. Now, once we receive that that listing, that will guide us on how to proceed with the investigation later on, Mr. Chairman. So that we have already that particular data, so alam na natin kung paano natin ituloy ang investigation nito.
Kailangan lang sila mag-submit sa atin yung mga listing kagad.
Just to answer, Chairman Nene, only Caraga and Bar has submitted to Congress the list. So we will look forward to the other regions po to submit the list to Congress po, or to the committee po.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Can we get the commitment of the department that the lists will be submitted as soon as it is actually in fact available?
Yes, of course, Mr. Chair. We certainly will submit all the information. May I just even suggest actually that it's not only the listing that we are going to submit, but I think what's more important is actually we'll have to cite actually the challenges that we're facing in the implementation of this project.
Yes, we
Because
understand.
it's easy to say that we can implement the projects, but the challenges that we're facing right now, I would like to say that actually the challenge that the biggest challenge that we're facing right now is actually the river beds along all the rivers in this country is now very shallow. No matter how much structural interventions you do, if we do not address siltation, it will just backflow. And these are the causes of the main flooding in many areas of the country now.
Sige po, before we go to the formal, Mr. Secretary, before we go to the formal question and answer part, I think
Mr. Chair, yes.
Well, I'd like to recognize Congressman Albano, Congressman Hernandez, and Congressman Lagbas and Congressman Kong. In that order, please.
Yes. Mr. Chair, let me remind just my colleagues that this is a briefing, and therefore any innuendos of asking any secretary or any department heads to resign or to inhibit themselves is not called for, Mr. Chair. This briefing is supposed to be in aid of our legislation because the President has called us upon to investigate this. And therefore, we would like to ask our colleagues to first give the due process to our DPWH Secretary Bonoan and all the agencies that are involved. The minute we investigate this is when the proper time later on that we will see whether the investigation merits any of the innuendos that the public or even some of our colleagues are saying. But to do it right now when it is just a briefing is very premature, Mr. Chair, and therefore you should rule that such innuendo should be stricken out of this committee hearing, Mr. Chair.
Just to be clear, I don't remember or recall anyone. I just wanted to ask Secretary Bonoan to comment on, because that's a very public call on him to take a leave. And what we had already stated is that this committee is not asking him to take a leave because we want to be able to work together to move forward in the questions relating to flood control. Point of order, Mr. Chairman. No. The preliminaries po.
Mr. Chairman,
SDS, please.
I just want to take this opportunity to clarify a few matters that's quite personal and, of course, affects the very institution of the House. There have been, informed that there have been posts on social media circulating identifying certain members of the House of Representatives, malicious in fact, stating that these congressmen control X amount of flood control projects, etc., which has been shared many times. Now, for the sake of transparency, truthfulness, can I ask the good secretary to comment on these malicious posts, Mr. Chair? Kasi, alam mo, sa problema na nangyayari sa ating bansa, pinupolitika to ng marami. Tuturo, gagawa ng kwento. Ang problema, hindi naman totoo at walang basihan. And other than that, it's totally unfair. Especially if you're out to destroy the good name of people who were duly elected by their districts. So, I would just like to take this opportunity, Mr. Chair, to get the comments of the good secretary. Maybe the department can help us in enlightening the public about, these malicious posts, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please, can you read it? Would you like to read it?
Yeah, I would like to submit this to the Secretariat and maybe forward it to the Secretary para makita niya, para makapagbigay po siya ng komento. If I may be allowed, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please, Senior Deputy Speaker.
Mr. Chair, while the Secretary is preparing his answer.
Congressman Ko, please.
I would like to join in chorus by the manifestations of the 2nd District of Caloocan, Erese, that there must be a third party to investigate, especially that other factor says that there is a substandard. Another say that the contractor doesn't follow the construction methodology procedures. So, I would like to emphasize to this chair that there is a need of forensic review in order to determine that this structure that was finished by 9,956 completed projects is within its structural integrity. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, let me just, Mr. Chair. Yeah, I think with due respect to our colleague, Congressman Ko of Masbate, I think what we are doing this afternoon is we are in the right track for purposes of orderly proceedings. This is actually an investigation in aid of legislation.
Yes, I know.
And
Just a brief.
whatever it is, the product of this, Mr. Chair, with your respect, is part of the our study or data where hopefully it can provide us some information and in making some recommendations purposely for this issue or topic on flood control. So this is a sort of, if I'm correct, this is a sort of a third-party briefing which might lead to some informations that could provide us the information that our good gentleman is actually requesting. Because indeed that is a valid request. So let us continue on this. Hopefully after the briefing we can move to continue these proceedings and hopefully arrive at a better perhaps recommendation and solution, because this is what is really urgently needed. Solution to flooding. So let us give this committee a chance to proceed, and then after that we can discuss